What if everything you've been told about Revelation is a lie? What if, for centuries, people in power have twisted its message, feeding you fear instead of truth? The book of Revelation isn't just a chaotic vision of the end times. It's a coded message, an ancient warning, and a roadmap for what's coming next. But here's the real question. Why don't they want you to understand it? Who profits from keeping you confused, distracted, and spiritually blind? The number 666, the mark of the beast, the fall of Babylon, what if their meanings have been deliberately misinterpreted? What if the system itself, the one we live in every single day, has shaped the way we see this prophecy, keeping us from recognizing the truth that's staring us right in the face? Stay with me because what you're about to hear might change everything you thought you knew. The history of the prophecies of Revelation. For centuries, people have been both fascinated and terrified by the prophecies in the book of Revelation. Some say it's a warning, others see it as a riddle no one can solve. But one thing is clear, this book wasn't written to confuse us. It was meant to reveal something critical. The very word revelation comes from the Greek apocalypsis, which means unveiling. So why does it feel like its message has been hidden instead? Has the truth been lost, or was it deliberately covered up? Imagine this, a man exiled on a barren island, receiving visions of beasts, plagues, wars, and a final battle between good and evil. That man was John, the last surviving disciple of Jesus. His vision wasn't random, it was a divine warning encoded in symbols. But here's where it gets interesting. Those symbols weren't meant to scare people. They were meant to protect them. And yet, how many sermons have you heard that make Revelation sound like an unsolvable horror story? There's a reason so many churches avoid teaching the book of Revelation in depth. The truth within its pages could shatter false doctrines, expose corruption, and reveal how modern society has already fallen into the exact traps it warns about. What if Revelation isn't just about the end times, but also about the world we live in right now? A warning about greed, deception, and false leaders. Aren't we already seeing the things Revelation warns about? Take the economy, for example. The Bible speaks of a time when people won't be able to buy or sell unless they accept a certain system. Sounds futuristic, right? But think about how many people today are trapped in financial slavery, working jobs they hate, struggling with debt, and being forced into a system that controls their every move. Is this by accident, or is this prophecy unfolding before our eyes? Now let's talk about something even deeper, our divine connection. The Bible makes it clear that God speaks to his people, but how many of us truly listen? So many people chase money, status, and success, yet they neglect the one investment that truly matters, their eternal destiny. What if I told you that understanding Revelation could not only change your spiritual life, but also transform your finances, career, and productivity? God's wisdom isn't just about salvation. It's about how you live your life every single day. Revelation is not just a book about destruction, it's a book about victory. But victory for whom? For those who are prepared. For those who see the signs and take action. And that brings us to the real question. Are you ready? Or have you been unknowingly following a path that was designed to keep you blind to what's coming? Think about it. If you knew a storm was coming, wouldn't you prepare? Wouldn't you stock up on supplies, protect your home, and make sure your loved ones were safe? So why do so many people ignore the warnings in Revelation? Why do they treat it like some far-off event instead of a reality unfolding right now? This isn't about fear. It's about truth. And the truth is, what's hidden in Revelation isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. Because the moment you understand what's really written there, you'll never see the world the same way again. The hidden truth. Why so few understand Revelation? Have you ever wondered why so many people struggle to understand the book of Revelation? Why do some churches avoid teaching it? Why do others twist its meaning, turning it into nothing more than fear-mongering or confusing theories? The truth is, Revelation was never meant to be a mystery. It was meant to be a warning. But over the centuries, powerful institutions have manipulated its message, keeping people blind to what's really coming. For most of history, the Bible wasn't even accessible to common people. During the Middle Ages, church leaders controlled Scripture, deciding what the masses could and couldn't know. The message of Jesus, the prophecies of the end times, and the truth about salvation were filtered through systems of power. Why? Because when people don't understand the truth, they're easier to control. They remain passive, fearful, and obedient to the very structures that profit from their ignorance. And this deception didn't stop with religion. Governments, financial elites, and media outlets all benefit from a world that is spiritually blind. If people understood Revelation, they would recognize the global system of control operating in plain sight, the mark of the beast, the manipulation of economies, the rise of false prophets. It's not just prophecy, it's reality. But instead of seeing it, people are distracted. They chase money, entertainment, social media validation, and careers without purpose, never realizing they are part of a system designed to keep them spiritually asleep. Are you awake or asleep? Think about it. When was the last time you truly studied Revelation, not just read it? Have you ever questioned why its symbols, the beast, Babylon, and 666 are always reduced to simple, cartoonish explanations? Could it be that the real meanings are so powerful, so dangerous to those in control, that they'd rather you never figure them out? One of the biggest lies people believe is that Revelation is just about the future. But the book itself says otherwise. Many of its prophecies have already been fulfilled, while others are unfolding right now. The final question. So let me ask you, do you truly know what's written in Revelation? Or have you only heard secondhand interpretations? Could it be that you've been following a version of Christianity that has been watered down, manipulated, and stripped of its power? The truth is, the system doesn't want you to wake up. Because the moment you do, you'll start questioning everything. And that's the last thing they want. Because prophecy is unfolding. And those who ignore the warnings won't be ready when the final deception comes. The choice is yours. Will you wake up? Or will you stay asleep?